Let me check if this is working. I think we should be live. Let me check. There's the live stream. And there we go. It's on public. I'm just setting something up, guys. I'll be right with you. I'm also gonna check if everything is working. And I need to find the chat function. Again, this is my second live stream, so I haven't done this many times, but let's find out. We're just gonna wait for some people to join. It's gonna be fun. And we're gonna put this on the BTC chart. So it was quite a hectic day so far. Yeah, it was quite intense, I would say. I'm just gonna set something up. I'm gonna send a tweet also with a link. Feel free to share this already with some friends, and we're just gonna wait for some other people to join as well. And then we're gonna be scanning the entire market, especially BTC and Ethereum, and where we can potentially start buying back the BTC, and what are great levels that we should be watching. You can also chat in the chat, and please also let me know if the music is too loud or my voice is too loud. Again, this is my second stream, so yeah, we're just gonna figure it out on the go. And come say hi in the chat as well. That's gonna be fun. We're gonna be starting right away. Is the chat actually working? Please, guys, send something in the chat, or is it just me that and it doesn't work? Because I don't see anyone in the chat. We have some viewers, but is it just me, or is everybody dying? Everybody's dead from this from the dump today. Because the chat is very important, because you can also ask questions. Yeah, good evening, Frank. Good evening, Frank. Thanks for joining the stream. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. All right, let's jump right into it. We don't have a lot of viewers yet. Maybe a lot of people are sleeping as well. It might be late for some other people. But I think we should just be diving into BTC. So what we've seen is quite a brutal dump today. That was quite intense. I shared it in the Telegram as well. And first I tried longing this. That didn't really work out the way it was supposed to. I ended up closing kind of at break even, and then starting to short actually. But then when there was at that moment the news came out that Binance was being or CZ was being sued by the SEC. But then we had this mini dump around here. It was, and I was actually expecting a bigger dump, so I closed it around here again. But I should have kept it open inside. But that's always how these things go. Quite a big day today. So let's start zooming out a little bit. There's a question as well, if we should start buying BTC right now. Well, it can actually be a good time, but let's just dive a little bit more into it and draw out some levels. I think we can use this one. Remove drawings and just start drawing. We're just gonna be starting with some basic support and resistance lines. These usually work the best and give a better view on the market. I think this is basically what we're looking at. You could say this is as well support, but honestly, this is what I'm looking at. Now, a lot of people have been speaking on this level. This is the 22.2 or 0.1 level, or 25k level. And initially I said, like, this is gonna be, we either front run it, so this would have been the bottom then, or we just gonna fall straight through it. Now I still stand by this saying that I did. However, I think it is also important to, it's a really obvious level, as you can see. We have hit it like 1-2 times, and then probably it's gonna be here a third time. I don't think we have any left there. No. It's a very obvious level, but I think this is a level where I will definitely be buying back some spot that I have. Or what also can be the case is that we are either front running it. What does that mean? So many people will be still looking to buy this level, and today we've had a lot of FUD from the SEC suing CZ, or is it FUD, or it's big news anyways. I do think, no, I wouldn't say the bottom is already in, but it might be smart to start front running a bit of, if you want to be buying the 25k level, it makes sense to buy a little bit before that, because so many people and also big whales may be buying this level. So it's either here, or we're just going to be smashing right through it, and then we're going to be looking at the 24k level. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to be trading leverage here. I'm just going to be scaling back from USDT into BTC. I think that's going to be the play for me. And I'm just going to set some orders. I'm just going to be buying back a little bit right here. Maybe then 20% here at the 25k level. But then we also have a CME gap sitting in, where is that? We have a huge CME gap sitting right here. So I think we will actually be closing that at some point. We've never not closed it, so it makes sense for us to go there at one point. It can be now, but it can also be later. I was actually expecting this echo bubble to run a little bit higher and to go to 32k or 35k. That is still my play. I'm still bullish. I'm still going to be looking for longs and looking to buy back BTC. I'm not really a fan of shorting it at these prices. I think your risk reward is not really good. So for potentially, if you want to be shorting this, I would say your stop would be there. And then what would be your take profit? You have a risk reward ratio of 1.6. You can decrease the stop a little bit, then maybe 3.5, but I think the low is in. So it makes way more sense to start looking for longs or buybacks, in my opinion, because you're not going to be buying back and then selling at 31k. I'm going to be looking at least for 40k. So the risk reward is way better, in my opinion, to start looking or to look for longs and buying back BTC. Tor Ura says, hi, can you analyze Link? Yeah, we're gonna be looking at that as well. Please remind me as well. So for BTC, I am still looking for longs. I'm not gonna flip bearish just in a second. And I think where are the levels that I gave you? It's this one. I always lose them. This is it. Alright, so just gonna be buying back a little bit here at this point where we are here. And still try to front run this 25k level because it's so obvious. And I do think it's a lot of FUD with SEC coming after CZ. The news is out, people rushed into shorts, people started selling. I would rather be buying this FUD and this news than wait for example, Binance to come with a reaction on this with the financial team. Then you'll be too late and it'll be too complicated to first look into it and then start buying or selling. So I think the play is going to be buying. This is a nice level, then the level at 25k. If that doesn't hold, we're going to be buying a little bit here at the 24k area. And then I'm not going to touch it until 21.4k. And we're going to be buying back there as well a little bit. And then we're probably also going to be closing the CME gap sitting there. So maybe this buy doesn't really make sense and we should just be buying back there. So here, 25k, 24k and 20k. That would be great if we start retesting 20k levels. That's going to be such a good opportunity to long, in my opinion. So yeah. Question, do you think BTC will hit 24k? Yeah, it makes sense for BTC to start hitting 24k. However, I would not be looking into shorting BTC at this area. The risk reward shorting from 25.8k to 24k is really not worth it, in my opinion, especially if you are holding BTC for the long run. So we're not interested in selling at these levels. We're only interested in buying. Yeah, that makes way more sense for me. Okay, that's BTC. Do we have any interesting... We got nice confluence with 200-day moving average coming in around here. So 24k makes a lot of sense to retest that level one more time. We retested it here. I retested one more time. And if we start falling below it, yeah, we can look for some hedges, of course. But that's not the case yet. So this 24k might be a very reasonable level. This is not the level to start looking for longs. 25k also not. You can buy back some spot, but not really the place to start looking for swing longs, for example, if you ask me. Okay, I think that's it for BTC. Then start looking at ETH. Now I gave you this. Sorry, I'm a bit sick today. I have a bit of a cough. Maybe it's COVID. Maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, I was looking at this and I think I tweeted it today. I can see Ethereum ranging. Ethereum is actually quite strong still compared to BTC, especially today as well. BTC had a massive dump, but Ethereum still went up by 1.5% compared to BTC, which is quite good if you ask me. Zooming out on ETH to the daily levels, I can see ETH ranging here. Also for ETH, maybe if this tests the 200-day moving average, if we get around here, that would make sense. I don't think it's a time to rush into any big positions. You can start positioning yourself, but in the end, for me, the goal for ETH is going to be at least all-time high or 10k in the next bull run. So we're not going to be shorting ETH. It doesn't make a lot of sense for me. Just buy back more. That's basically my plan. We just came out of a bear market, and we have a lot of potential for the next bull market. So yeah, let's just position yourself and don't try to overtrade it and just hold it for a very long time. I think that's the best play, honestly. So for ETH, a good level would be buying at 1750. We are retesting this area then for how many? Like 1, 2, 3, third time. It's a good level as well. The Fibonacci 0.382 is also there. Yeah, so yeah, let's retest this one more time and then buy back more at 1740. It's a good level to buy ETH. Yeah, definitely. If we start falling below, you can start looking at, this is also a good level, the 1400 or 1500 level. But I don't reckon we go that low, actually. I think the bottom was definitely in. We're not going to be seeing 1000 ETH again. It makes no sense. This was all with FTX and other stuff, and this was the bottom, definitely, of the cycle. Yeah. So yeah, let's start buying back a little bit of ETH at 1740, and maybe long a little bit as well. Maybe back to the range high. That would make sense. So something like this. That'll be fine. Definitely, yeah. And if we don't hold it, then we're just going to be looking at this place for new longs and new buybacks. For me, ETH is mostly a spot play since it's a longer term hold. Sometimes I do short it or I do long it to hedge certain positions, but yeah, it's better, I think, for these kind of plays to just trade it with spot and don't worry about liquidations or paying fees and funding. So yeah. Let's check some comments. Can you analyze link? Yeah, let's do that. Let's analyze link. You can also drop a comment and analyze, or give me something to analyze. It's gonna be fun. I'm also gonna give away some free trading vouchers for Prime XBT. The guy that I have a contact there with, he gave them to me, and he said like, yeah, let's give them away on a stream. So please just comment, and I'll pick a random person where I'm gonna be giving the voucher to. I think it's a $100 or $50 trading voucher. So it's free money. Just give a comment and I'll pick you and send me a DM. What are we looking here? Link. It is still clear accumulation, if you ask me. I was posting the other day this on Twitter. I think it might actually be taking a while. But I would not be selling Link here. Definitely not. No. Would I be buying here? Yes, maybe. This is a good level. Or almost. Yeah, we touched a very good level. It is the $6 level. Something like this. This is a very good area to buy. This is also a good area to buy. That is $5.35, something like this. This is a good level, definitely. We might see some liquidations through it if we start dumping below, and we can like grasp this liquidity. And it's then very important that we come back into the range and go back. So what you want to be doing is buying this support here. Over there. Something like this. And if we start falling below it, so you do want your stop loss below. You need a stop loss for this. and then you don't trade it if we dive any lower. You don't want to be catching falling knives, but once we trade back into the range, this is a very good area, a good point to start looking for a long again or buyback link. So after the retest, so you are basically buying the retest or a little bit above. So you're basically once it goes up again, then you start buying. That's a good place to buy. I do own a little bit of Link, but it's a really small part of my portfolio, and I don't really care for it for the short term. I do think I read an article the other day about Link also working with GMX. GMX is a leverage trading platform which is decentralized. I think that's going to be huge. Daan Crypto is in the chat. Target for what, Daan? Nice to have you here as well. It's actually the real Daan Crypto. Yeah, he's a friend of mine. So I do think Link has maybe found a way to start making money as well from their product. So it makes sense that we are going up later in this cycle, but it might take a long while. I don't know how long this bear market is going to be taking. We pray that this is actually accumulation and not redistribution. It does have the signs of accumulation, but I have no idea how long this is going to take. So, yeah. Just wait and hold it for the next cycle and maybe sell at a little bit at $18, $28, and $38. So the real, like, these targets. Definitely sell and don't wait for all-time high, because a lot of these Dino coins, maybe Link is becoming a Dino coin as well, they never really got back to all-time highs. They got back into higher areas, but it's always wise to be selling at these levels. Always. Do we have any other requests? Bought Sui at 91 cents for 10k. Now in loss. Yeah, same. I bought Sui as well. I shared it in Telegram. And today as well with Binance, since Binance has heavily invested in it, Sui got absolutely wrecked. And I think it's wise to buy more. I think this is an overreaction. I think we will be seeing 150 at some point. Binance has put a lot of money in it. They usually, when Binance invests in these kind of things, the prices, well, they drop down, and when big unlock starts, when a big unlock comes up, the price will pump because people want to be exiting, whales want to be exiting their positions at higher prices. So it makes sense that it goes to a higher price. Also, the product works very well. I've tested it. I have a little bit of Sui. I have a few NFTs on it, traded on it a bit as well. And it was perfectly working fine. So I think this is a good area to buy. The problem with these kind of things is there's no real chart from the way back. So there's no real support. You have to guess where the support is. 70 cents feels like a fine support. What's the... no, going gecko. What's the market cap? Market cap is around 500 million. It's down 62%. Yeah, overall bullish on the product, so I will just buy more. We can range in here. That makes sense. And then I do want to see it go higher. You can also buy higher once we like buy back once we start going back into the range again. That makes sense as well. And then you can also maybe put on a leverage trade and have a little bit of a bigger position since you can play with a tighter stop loss. So play would be something like this. After being back into the range, of course, and then targeting these higher levels. So, something like this. Do we have something else to analyze, or are we just gonna keep it a short stream? That would work for me as well. I was just wanted to update a little bit and draw out some levels. Do we have any interesting plays here, maybe? Not really. LTC. LTC was so close to a breakout, by the way. And this is the LTC halving, which is coming up in August or end of July. Crazy chart, by the way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Big resistance, and now it rejected again. Big rejection. It's a good place to buy actually as well. The entire market, for me, it feels like buying. Yeah. Can see it go up again. Maybe retest it one more time, but it will break at some point. And with the halving coming up, I do think there will be a big price increase. So it makes sense. Yeah. Nice stream. Thanks. This is a good place to buy some LTC, by the way. The setup would be looking something like this. I hope we see a little bit lower prices. But the buyback so far was pretty good. 4.5% increase, which means that LTC is strong. If we retest it one more time, this area, I would definitely be a buyer. Something like this. Yeah, that makes sense. Around there. Let's check a little bit of lower time frames. That's a big wick. There. I want to be buying there at $85. Gonna be putting a bit there. So that's LTC. Can you analyze LDO? I'll be doing that. Yeah, definitely. Hassan, thanks. And you will also be a winner for the Prime XBT voucher. You can trade, I think it's $50. It's free trading voucher. So thanks for commenting. Please send me a DM on Telegram or comment in my Telegram, and I'll get back to you. LDO. Let's zoom out a little bit. Jesus, what a chart. That's interesting. Is that just the release price, or is this the pair release? Not really sure. Yeah, you don't want to see it going below this level. This is something to be careful for. This can be a good short if we get that low. But if we touch this one more time, that's totally fine. And that's a good place to buy. I would not be selling or buying at this point, looking at a higher time frame at least. It's just ranging. I would rather just wait. Can also easily go back up again, retest this level then, and then maybe finally break out or range for a very long time before breaking out or deciding where it wants to go. So I wouldn't trade this. I would just hold it if you are holding it. Looking at a bit of lower time frames. Yeah. If you count this as the start of the move, then it is bouncing from the 0.618 level, which is a good thing. I would not be longing it here or shorting it here. Would just wait. Yeah. But if we start dropping below this level, around here, so around 184, also depends a little bit on the time, then I would definitely be careful. I would not be easily closing if we start dumping a little bit below. That is fine for liquidity purposes maybe, but it has to go back up. Otherwise, I would, if we start retesting below and falling this area, then I would definitely be selling at this level. So I hope that makes sense. Do we have any other requests? Yeah, I think that's it then. So for BTC, quite an interesting day. We lost important levels on the lower time frames. I was actually hoping this would be the bottom, but apparently it was not. So we have to deal with that. Now we have lost this range, unfortunately. But we either dump a little bit below, and what I said, we definitely go to the 25. We will probably get a bounce there, but it makes sense then for me to visit the 24k area. However, we can also just go right back above. I know BTC, it has done way crazier things, so this also makes sense. Now there's one pair I want to be looking at, that is the Coinbase. I drew this a while back, and my screen is not big enough to really show it on the stream. This was basically the Wyckoff distribution scheme that was happening. And I was drawing it right here and was saying, hey, we have to pay a little bit of attention because it definitely looks like a Wyckoff distribution scheme. This is actually what happened. However, I have no idea if this would also happen if the Binance news didn't come out today, but that is what it is. So definitely be careful, since we can also be moving to lower prices. I think that's it for this stream. I hope you enjoyed. Hassan sent me a DM or a comment on Telegram, so I can send you the voucher. And that's it for the stream. I hope you enjoyed, and talk to you next time. Bye.